Ocean Grove. You want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Ryan, I play keys and sing.
I'm Grant, I play bass.
John, I sing and play guitar.
Jack, I play drums.
Alright, so you guys are fairly new bands. You guys started out...
Very loud. We're backstage right now, sorry.
You guys started out as the band for Jonas Brothers?
Yes,
right. Right, and now you... Oh, that's how you met, and now you've started this band. How has it been so far?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
But I mean, that's how we all met. We were all pro musicians from LA or Minnesota, like Ryan. We just kind of met on this gig with the Jonas Brothers, and we traveled along with them. And we played for other artists as well, and we just said, we're always together, it kind of makes sense, let's just start our own band. So we started writing original music last year, and we had our first show in February, so this is still fairly new.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's been cool.
This is our first time playing San Francisco tonight, so as Ocean Grove.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, we're stoked.
So you guys released a lot of music for the band.
Yeah.
You've had 2 EPs, right?
Yep, 2 EPs out, a little record and another place to stay. So 10 songs total. Kind of the same amount of stuff that we do on full length. They were recorded at the same time, so we kind of staggered the release to kind of continue piquing people's interest.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if you put a record out at the beginning of the year and you don't put anything else out for another year, people kind of, especially for a new artist, it's easier to keep people's attention if you keep giving them new material throughout the course of a year or 2 years.
Yeah. So what was the writing or recording process like? Is that different than what you had done previously?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. We all write together, so which is a lot of bands. I guess some bands do, but a lot of bands don't. What else?
Well, we're used to, as a pro musician, you're used to being told what to play. If you're hired by an artist, you have to just play exactly what's on the record. And we've done that for so many years, and now it was like, get in the studio, you can come up with your own part, you can change parts if you want to, and that was like a freedom to us that we weren't used to having. It was cool.
Yeah,
So all of you kind of got to come together when you write?
Yeah. It's really cool actually.
I saw that together.
Someone might show up with an idea or have some headway on a song done, but we always kind of present it to each other and finish it together. So it's cool.
That's so different. I like that. So where do you guys get your inspiration from the band then?
Life,
Experience.
Life. Yeah.
Just, I don't think it's any rocket science, but just whatever our experiences are and what's inspiring us at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, we've really been trying to get a little more honest and maybe expose a little bit more of who we really are with the newer music we've been writing. So, not that the old music isn't honest, but just maybe dig a little bit deeper and come a little bit more in touch with like us as people. So, that's a hard thing to do, to kind of expose yourself to the outside world, and I think we really made a concerted effort as a band to open up a little bit and let people in. So
you guys are releasing new music again soon?
We're gonna make some new music again. We have plenty of new material, a lot of which you'll hear tonight.
Okay.
We're playing 5 or 6 new songs tonight.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but we're kind of slow boating it out, and our plan is tentatively to have something recorded and released at the beginning of next year.
Oh, alright.
So,
Right on.
yeah, we're working on a full length.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your third right? You toured, or has...
Just the third, yeah.
Yeah, the first one wasn't really a tour.
It was more of a run.
A run, yeah. This is our 3rd tour.
The one that...
Around the country fast.
We did like a week across the country, and then we did a tour with He Is We,
Right.
and then we just did South America.
Yeah, I guess it's
So this is our 3rd tour.
3.5. If you're gonna write it down.
We're really gonna get technical here.
Alright, how was... You did the South America tour.
Yeah,
How was that?
incredible.
awesome. Amazing.
We were opening for Nick Jonas. He was nice enough to bring us down and put us in front of some really big and enthusiastic audiences, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, very passionate.
Yeah.
They were in the tower.
Do you think that
Really good like
opening for someone as big as like Nick Jonas has helped you guys with your fan base as your own? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, you just any exposure in front of it's funny because we're associated with Nick and the boys pretty strongly, but that doesn't necessarily roll itself into success. And it's like some people care and some people don't. Fans of them are not necessarily. We're a very different band, and the way that we sound and maybe the way that we act is very different. Not any better or any worse, just different. And for any band to be able to get on stage in front of 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people, it's totally awesome for that band. Because there's a lot of people there, and out of that group of people, hopefully you touch some of them and they kind of want to know more about what you're doing. So it seemed to be that way down there. We're feeling the love on Twitter and Facebook every day from South America. They're really letting us know that we're glad we came, so we're super grateful.
Then are you guys planning on going back there? Like, I know
I
it's
think
kind
so,
of-
yeah. I mean, there's no definite plans, but definitely we should. Yeah, we want to.
So, you were saying that your song's kind of different than what you guys played in the Jonas Brothers. How would you describe your songs to people who haven't heard your music or just
I would call it rock and roll. But I mean that in like a traditional way. Like, no, I don't know.
We're not really gimmicky.
There's
we're
no,
not like a gimmicky band. We're not kind of riding the wave of what's now or new. We're not trying to emulate just like a guitar, keyboard, bass, drums, rock band.
similar to
You know, I like dubstep could show up in something if it naturally made sense to us. We're not like anti what's happening, but we're just not trying to jump on the wave of what just what got cool now. We're trying to be true to ourselves and kind of create something that sounds classic. And classic isn't vintage. Classic is just kind of like we want to write good songs.
We want to sound good no matter what time.
No matter what. Yeah.
You do a dubstep version of it, and it's still good.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing that it's like, with a lot of the bands that we like, I really like Oasis. We all kind of really like Oasis. And I remember being in the car in 8th grade and really being into Oasis, and my mom not really caring that I turned it up because she was like, oh, I really like that song, Wonderwall. She was into it. And it's like, to be able to appeal to an 8th grade kid and somebody's, 40-year-old mother, that's pretty huge, and that kind of speaks a lot of the song. And I think that's kind of what we're going for as a band. It's like, good songs kind of speak to anybody.
Right.
And we're trying to make good music. That's the goal, Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Sometimes I gotta check myself. When you get 30 seconds into an answer, you're like, oh man, I might not be making it.
Landed it. Sweet.
So then what kind of, what kind of meaning are you trying to portray in this music? Like, is there a message that you're trying to send to people who listen?
Ridiculous.
Well, I think, I don't know. I was just gonna say, like, when it's coming to experiences, we can only speak for our experience, and we can only hope that others can relate to that. That's really all it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that by being honest and sharing something, you can inspire other people to do the same. Like, being a true and transparent person, kind of to thine own self be true, like telling the truth to yourself, representing yourself well, is a good thing. And I think that if someone does that with some of my favorite songs, you can relate in any way. Like, someone writes a song and it might mean one thing to Jim down the street, and it might mean something completely different to Frank upstairs, and whatever. To each his own, and that's kind of what we're going for. By putting out an honest product, maybe people can get honest themselves. It's really real.
It's also terrifying putting yourself out there. Just totally honest, and because sometimes it's easy to write a song like, I bet that someone going through this would feel like this. Like, what would breakup feel, or something, and then rather than like, wow, I'm really going through this certain part of my life, and I'm gonna write about it. And if someone says it's terrible, it's like something you got to deal with. Because it's you're just putting it out there for the world. There's no buffer anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of where we're at right now with our songwriting.
Open it up. Open it up.
Yeah.
That's a good meaning.
We're like J-Lo, we're getting real.
I'm real. Oh, that's the funniest thing ever. J-Lo and Ja Rule, right?
It doesn't get any more real than Ja Rule.
Oh man. Greg is always good for the obscure pop music reference, especially if it's anywhere near the 1990s.
Late 90s.
And Greg is late 90s. Don't ask him about the early 90s. He doesn't know. And any date, time, location, Greg will remember. He's like better than your calendar and your computer. You could go back and be like, your calendar would be like, yeah, we were in San Francisco that week, and maybe on Wednesday we did this. I don't know, I didn't put it in there. Greg would be like, oh, you mean September 28th, 2007? I know what happened that day.
It's always like it's in Kentucky.
It's like unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Really? It's your birthday? Yeah, see? We're all connected here in Sugar. It's all good. Anyway, we're back.
So how has the tour been so far?
It's been great.
This is day 2.
24 hours in.
Feels like
Yeah!
How was the first show?
It was awesome. Portland, Oregon is a magical place with great people, and it was a cool spot. We had a really good time playing last night. It's fun because we're really amped up and jazzed about our new songs, and we're playing a lot of it, so we're having
and the bands are really good. Voxhaul Broadcast is
such a son of a bitch.
starting tomorrow. Robert Twinson's going to be opening all the rest of the shows for the tour, and my roommate's coming out in Robert's band to play bass, so that's awesome. So it's kind of like
big family.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Yeah, we're happy. We're glad you're here.
I'm not I'm here too. Alright, well, is there anything else?
Come to the show. If you see this interview and we're coming to your town, come hang out. It's going to be fun.